Welcome to Linda's TV show. I greet you according to your time zone. If it is your first time of coming across this platform or seeing my face, my name is Linda and you are watching Linda's TV show. If you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications so that you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. My lovely people, always share these videos. Always like and share. Ugo here, we react to all forms of videos, local, internet, especially what is happening in Nigeria and in Biafra land. I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote misleading information, hate speech, violent or instigating war. We are to all forms of videos and we are here to inform, educate, enlighten members of the public about what is happening. Of course, I will always seize every opportunity to appreciate YouTube for creating this platform that we are using to disseminate this information to the members of the public. YouTube, thank you so much. So
they have 44 local government areas in Kano State alone, and they received 130.74 billion between January and June 2025. But yet, communities have seen little or no improvement in their living conditions. Barrister Darlington, you know, sometimes I go ask you, you go say, Natinibu, this one na Natinibu fault. Natinibu caused this one.
Okay, you know what?
What?
Did you remember when Diagbo and Buhari was here as military head of state? Because of the way they carried out their administration and all that, did it not trickle down to the least man, the Milad or the military administrators? Was the level of corruption this high among them? Was it this high? So you can see. When every fish start rotting from the head, you can see a fish that the body is so smooth and so nice, but go and check the head is gone. So if that head is not good, the rest of the body can never be good. Are you getting what I'm saying? So anybody that want to blame the local government and the state, let us start from the beginning. You said that the state and the local government, you are not seeing their money and all that. Let the federal publish their own. You will now see profligacy, pro-max. You will see it there.
Barrister,
was it not here? Was it not here?
My question is, Barrister, we know that there is profligacy. No doubt. Yeah, you know here what's happened with the Nigerian police, how much money that they earmark for cream cracker biscuits. We know that. It's just that they have to give a report. My one is that the president himself at one point told the governors that please, I beg, wet the grass.
You see, Esther, please. Sir? I don't want this idea of saying why do you blame Tinubu? No,
you don't want that idea.
I don't want it because the buck stops on the table. If this Nigeria is good today, Esther, who will take the credit?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Who will take? No,
is the president supposed to give the governors orders to do something? Elected governors, is he supposed to order them to do what they're supposed to do?
But when they run into APC, he will come out and celebrate them. The governors that are not performing, Esther, in their state, so they are not doing well, and they now run into APC, you welcome them, and you are telling your party, sweep dollars, sweep them in, sweep them. Well, Esther, look, I am not gullible. Seriously, nobody can deceive me at this age. It's not possible. No, the governor that is not performing, why did you welcome him into your party? Esther, let us start from there. You would have, that is where you would have demonstrated your what, your anger, that these governors that come out in the open, and while you are doing that, you too, you open up your own activities, because he who goes to equity must go with clean hands. Esther, was it not here that we discussed that the expenditure website of the federal government have been taken away? To the extent that you don't see how much.
Yes, you can't see. Yes, there's been no update for quite a while.
Good. What does that tell you, Esther? Please, can you explain that to Nigerians? That is why it looked like the governors are just on their own. Nobody. If they see what is happening at the head, nobody will tell them to fall in line. There is a way the federal government can discipline the federating unit, the states. There's a way they can discipline them to sit up. I'm not joking. Yes, there's a way you will tell the governor. Because I remember what P2B did in Anambra, that the commissioners, they don't need anybody to tell them to fall in line. But when you are giving the governors a blank check to go and do whatever they like, why should you blame them? Why should you blame them? That is the truth here. You introduce a bill which became a law in the National Assembly for local government financial autonomy. Esther, 1 year after the Supreme Court have ruled, what is going on? Tell me, what is going on? Are you not the one that brought that bill and it became a law? What happened? You can see that, Esther, you can see. So please, people should stop shifting their blame to somebody.
So what are you saying now? What
I'm saying is that the federal government should sit up. Everything starts and ends with them. Like this insecurity. You will not go and blame the states, Abi.
Barrister Darlington.
You will not go and blame the states.
Wait now. The governors were elected. The local government, no be election, we just wait and conclude now. Okay, so the governors give, because right now the local government have not started getting direct funding. They have not been directly, that particular mandate from the Supreme Court has not.
So why are you blaming them?
Wait now. My question is, why is no one asking them questions what they're doing with that money? Because it's very important. For example, the government, the NBS is telling us that inflation has declined once again. That is the 5th time for 5 months consecutively. But the people at the grassroots, they are not seeing any decline in inflation, Barrister. Have you gone to go and buy Titus fish in the market? 2 Titus fish. It dey pain me this weekend because I like soup. I dey swallow for my house. If soup finish, will I say there's poverty?
But you don't look like you swallowed anything now.
Hey God, Barrister, it's not about look.
You eat,
it's paining me.
You eat
so you
shawarma
need protein. Waiting be shawarma and pizza, but that one now waiting. You need correct protein inside food, Barrister Darlington. Go and buy Titus fish. It's now a rich man food. Titus fish, Barrister Darlington. If you want to buy 4 pieces of Titus fish or 5 like this, Barrister Darlington, you need to hold like 20,000 naira, 20,000 naira. We're supposed to cook 4 or 5 pots of soup before. So my question is this: if the NBS is telling us there's a decline in inflation, but the market is not reflecting, I can't buy the kind of food I want to buy and eat. Especially with our local, we are not eating all this foreign food, and we're not doing health care where we are eating green leaf. So what do we now do?
You see, this thing you are saying now, you have turned around to say who is asking the governor, who is asking the local government. Like I told you here, if they have tidied up one area of some of the things that they plan to do, maybe there would have been some, some snippets of sources here and there. Like this local government autonomy. Was it not here that I told you it will not work? And you challenge me that they say, why is it that everything you don't agree? Everything you don't agree. Now look at the result. And I'm telling you, because of political sentiment, that local government financial authority will never see the light of day. It's just on paper. It will never see the light. I've told you. Let them implement it and let's see how the next election will pan out. The governors will come together and tell the people in Abuja, look, don't bother with my state. You will not win anything there. Since you have decided to give my money to your local government, let them go and let me see what will happen. Yes. What is delaying that thing is what? Political consideration. That is why nobody have seen it as a very serious matter. After all, the Supreme Court have ruled. The governors are all in court now over that ruling. Because you would have tinkered with the constitutional provision, before you can take charge of such a thing. That is why it's not working. So if you now say, look, don't do this, don't do things because you want to achieve a populist idea, you want to play to the gallery, do things that is sustainable, things that you know that yes, even when I'm out of office, this thing will work. You have not tinkered with the constitution that provided for a joint state and local government account. It's still there. And you now want to give local government their financial autonomy. How will it work, Esther? No, is that how to do something? You don't solve a problem by creating a problem. You don't. That means you are not ready to solve the problem. You want to solve a problem, you now went ahead and create another one. Do you know what will happen now if the states and the local government start fighting over their money? There will be implosion at the grassroots. The chairman, the local government will now have their own foot soldiers. They will arm their own men and claim that this is their own police. And whenever the state open their mouth, they will challenge them. Just creating problem where there should be none. All because of what? Thoughtlessness. You don't think a policy through before you act on it. You don't think a policy through before you act on it. Without thinking of the repercussion. Without thinking of the ripple effects, which we are seeing now. Every time, promises. Yet, those promises will never see the light of day. That has been the bane of this administration. Unless they go back to the grassroots on how things are done, my dear, we are in for a long thing. Don't deceive yourself. We are in for the lawmaker that is lamenting. What are they even doing as lawmaker? The other day, the deputy in the House of Rep, Abbas Abi, he was lamenting about the money. Are you not the one approving the money? Okay, if you are not the one that approved those money, why don't you call the people that are spending it? Come and tell us how we got to this level of indebtedness. Come and tell us. Remember that before Buhari, that the moment he left office, what he did with CBN with Ways and Means surface about 23 trillion or so, which later came to 33 trillion. They now called Buhari, come and tell us, when did you collect all this money and who approved it for you? Buhari did not answer any of them. He just walked away. And now he's late. Esther, and now he's late. That money, nobody will query, nobody will ask. Are you telling me that it is not better under this administration? Is it better? It cannot be better. It cannot be better. So that CBN has become is like another cash cow. Anybody that want to just go through Ways and Means, and the CBN will not ask question. The CBN governor will not ask question. Meanwhile, there is a threshold. The CBN Act is there that you cannot borrow more than 1 trillion to any government until they pay that money. But here, somebody with the liver and muscle collected over 23 trillion from CBN and just left that without accountability. Esther, please tell me the truth. What road do you want to build in Nigeria? That you will spend up to that amount, yet there is no road anywhere. Because they claim it was for infrastructure. What road are you going to construct if you spend that money judiciously, that you will not see the road, you will not see the evidence? Every time infrastructure, we are constructing road. All the road in Nigeria, all of them are working. In fact, we are finishing them. By the time they leave off, you discover that nothing was done. If Buhari had built road, will Tinubu be building road again? No, tell me. After all, he just left office 2 years ago. If Buhari have done what he told us he was doing, will this other person now be building road again, borrowing money for infrastructure? So that will tell you that the money is going into private pockets. Don't deceive yourself. Money is not a perishable goods. If you steal money and keep it somewhere, that money will be there in the next 1 million years. It will be there. It will not perish. That money will be there. So the money is somewhere. I don't know what they are keeping it for, whether for election or for their children, who may not even enjoy the money. That's the truth. Okay, look at Jerry said it now, you mentioned. The house he bought in the UK now.
And he has passed on.
Oh, since how many years now? Since how? Esther, this one, at least this is a building. Maybe somebody will live inside there. I am talking of money.
Sir, it was what money. What I'm even telling you is that while they start investigating the matter, they start seeing other political.
Of course, their name will never be mentioned.
Other offshore accounts.
I have told you here, Esther, I told you with authority. Bring out 5 Nigerians and the money they stash abroad, they will be richer than Nigeria.
Well, I
am not joking. I've said this here several times. You think I'm joking? 5 Nigerians. After all, it was in this country that somebody took $500 million to go and pay for endowment chair in a US university. Mention any time any Nigerian university have received that kind of money. $500 million just for a chair, endowment chair in a US university. Meanwhile, look at Nigerian university. Look at ASU. Look at all the infrastructure that have decayed there. I have told you that something is wrong with us.
Pastor Darlington, the corruption in this country is too much.
It's more than much.
The money no they go round. It's a major problem. The money no they go round, Pastor Darlington. 2026, the tax reform bill will become actionable.
By that time, you will not see problem. You will not see here because both businesses will close down. Esther, already because of electricity alone, many businesses are they have closed shop. Is that not true? Because of the power bill, many businesses have closed shop. Now, by the time you begin talk of tax by next year, you add it to what is already on ground.
Barrister, let me ask you a question. Why is Nigeria not heavy on corruption? The reason why I'm asking this question is because it's like there are some persons who are free to go through this process of being corrupt, and nobody holds them accountable. So others are brazen. So let me even give you this particular instance. You know that, remember that GovSpend portal? It's a public payment portal called GovSpend, GUVSPEND. It revealed that the Nigerian police, under the leadership of the current IGP, awarded a multi-million naira contract to a company owned by a woman facing prosecution for fraud and widely known as a notorious land grabber.
Exactly.
Now, according to payment records, the police on December 7, 2023, disbursed a total of 507.5 million naira to Becky Bliss Nigeria Limited. It's owned by Rebecca Omokamo Godwin Isaac. She's known as Bilikisu Ishaku Ali.
How many
for
names
the renovation and furnishing of the IGP's guest house in Maitama, Abuja.
Odogu.
Okay. Now, of the payments that were made, it was made in
Guest
two
house.
tranches on the same day. On that day, a tranche of 354.1 million naira was paid, with the description being payment to the above company for extensive renovation and furnishing works of the guest house of the IGP Maitama, Abuja. Also, 153.4 million naira was released to the company, with the description being final payment to above named company for the extensive renovation and furnishing works of the guest house of the IGP in Maitama. So checks show that Becky Bliss Nigeria Limited is owned by Rebecca Omokamo. She's currently under investigation and facing trial by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for alleged fraudulent transactions running into hundreds of millions of naira. She's the CEO of Homadale Realty Limited. Court documents further reveal that in July, a prosecution witness, Abu Gambo, told the Federal High Court in Abuja how he lost 62 million naira in a land transaction involving the embattled businesswoman. And obviously, the case is already in court. She's standing trial on 17 counts bordering on fraudulent land sales and money laundering, alongside her company Homadale Realty Limited, as well as Richard John and Ricardo Homes Limited. So my issue now is this. This is on the open. The checks are there. She's going through the court processing, but nobody is asking that amount of money given to her to renovate the IGP's quarters.
And for a woman who's going through trial, should you even award such a contract to her if there is no complicity? By the way, why should a guest house cost this take this kind of money just for renovation? Esther, renovation. So if you now want to build another one, how much will it cost? What the furniture there and all that? So you mean all of them are no longer good, or what? I don't get it. So my dear, look, there are things you don't just want to bother your, because if you begin to think and talk about it, I'm telling you, you may lose sanity. I'm telling you, and that is what they say we should not talk. Esther, if these things are not raised and brought to the fore, how will Nigeria get better? Is it not when you identify a problem, you now know that the solution is almost here? But in Nigeria, you see nothing, say nothing, and do nothing. Yes, that's when you be a good citizen. Esther, these other places where they go to enjoy their life, was it not built by somebody? Imagine if they have been stealing their own money like that. Will they see the one to give you? Will they have enough to give you? Imagine China. Imagine China.
Corruption is prevalent.
Imagine China stealing money.
A state of emergency on corruption. Pastor Darlington, is affecting everyone. It's affecting the average Nigerian. We are not seeing the resplendency of the president's renewed hope agenda, because corruption is thriving.
Because the people below are looking at those on top, what they are doing. Is it not when mother hen is feeding that the chicks will be following her and be looking at what she's doing. Is that not true? Have you seen any frontal attack against corruption in Nigeria?
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be an attack on it.
Have you seen? Rather, the people they are giving appointment and giving privilege are the same corrupt people that you know very well. Like this woman now who is facing EFCC. Look at the amount of money they gave her to go and start continue business.
Can you imagine?
You can imagine. And it's IGP, Inspector General of Police.
In 2017, a court remanded ex-FCT minister Olajumoke Akinjide over alleged 650 million naira fraud.
Yes.
Okay, now that's not the only one. I don't know if you can remember this particular case where another FCT minister the court had to dismiss like 11 of 20 fraud charges against the FCT minister's son, Barrister Darlington.
These are just the ones that came to public.
Another ex-FCT minister, Bala Mohammed, docked, remanded in prison over 864 million naira fraud. Barrister Darlington, ex-NNPC general manager, facing 10-year prison sentence in US over 2.1 million naira bribe. What is it?
2.1 million naira. Meanwhile, in Nigeria,
I didn't say one, but $2.1 million.
Now, in Nigeria, we are looking for 210 trillion naira.
I don't know.
That is missing under the same NNPC. Esther, under the same NNPC, and up to today, the National Assembly, the EFC, nobody has come and tell us what happened to that money. We only heard that is missing, and the man at the helm of affairs, Kiare, said that the money was not missing; it was misplaced. Okay, if it has been misplaced, have you recovered it where you know when you hear it is like maybe a cutlery that you misplace it. Maybe instead of putting it at the kitchen rack, you now throw it into one cupboard or something. 210 trillion naira is misplaced in Nigeria.
Barrister, the disparity between the rich and the poor is too much. There is no even middleman. There is no average man. Now,
of course, the other rich or poor. Yes.
It's extremely rich or extremely poor, and nobody is being considerate. There is no empathy whatsoever from anywhere.
Very heartless. Very heartless and wicked. Okay,
I don't know if you've heard about the APC governorship candidate in Anambra State, Nicholas Ukachukwu. He was disgraced in Abuja over 1 billion naira debt.
Exactly.
Have you seen that video?
Exactly.
If you're watching us on YouTube, please kindly go there. You will see the video. How they were harassing this man. Let me play it. Maybe you understand what I'm talking about.
Anambra people reject you. Anambra people reject this man. His own people. Anambra people reject you. You're owing us 1 billion naira. You're owing us. You're owing us 1 billion naira. Pay us our money. Pay us our money. Yes, I am.
The guy is running a governorship candidate.
Imagine if he gets into that.
See how they came and met him. The wife was there with the son.
The last person who approaches you should honor us, no matter how big you can be.
Sitting with people.
You should be able to talk to us.
Not a minute.
You should be able to talk to us.
I don't talk to us.
No.
I don't like what's going on here.
Please, can we put the cameras down? Guys, don't put the cameras down. Drop the camera. Please. We need to see it. Because there's no last time to talk to you.
Just 5 minutes.
This is somebody to just drop the camera.
They're begging, drop the camera down. Drop the camera down. Drop the camera down.
So
this money now that this man is owing people. So if he wins, he will get recoup.
That's the first thing. What are you telling me? That's the first thing he will do. Esther.
So politics is now a money-making enterprise.
Where are you before?
So all the promises now fake, Abi.
Oh my God, Esther. Oh my! If only Nigeria know what happened to them, we should be wailing at the wailing wall like the Israelites.
Man was just quiet, walking, telling them to calm down. I cannot come here. He was making. Apparently, they've been inviting him to come and respond. He has refused to come respond.
They now trail him. Yes, now.
He was with the wife and the son, an innocent boy. If you're watching us on YouTube, you will see that video. Young boy with his school bag. The woman too, very fair, slim woman. Everyone was just wondering what is happening.
Can that be the only woman? What do you think they do in the guest house? Esther!
Somebody say if you wake up, he drink his garri and put his granite and know his conscience is free. IQ cut.
Oh my God. Esther. The guest house is an extension of their bedroom. So forget that thing. Forget that thing. In fact, it's terrible, seriously. Very, very terrible. Look, except something happened, this thing will not go away because they are not listening.
Will build houses, build estates. They'll be building houses. It's for them to launder that money. They can't keep that money. You will now go to some of these houses. You will see septic tank money food here. Inside nylon, clean meats, plenty money.
Because like I told you, money no dey spoil. They will just pack it there, put what's it called? This in that.
It's just the money no dey spoil. You don't remember that time where Crash Crunch day where some money trailer load of money.
That was because
that old money.
That was they were.
Where that money? Where were they keeping it? That they put it food trailer.
But this one now they convert it into dollar and pack it there.
To be smaller like that.
So that if you carry $1 million now, you can. But to carry 1 million naira now, everybody will know that you have swallowed something. So that is the difference. Why do you think this dollar thing is zeroing in Nigeria? Why do you think so, Esther? Look, if we get the details of what we are talking about, Nigerians will cry. But who will bring out the details? Tomorrow they will go after him, say, why did you publish it? They will say that you are telling lies. So the thing is that why did you say it? Esther, it is why did you say it? But when APC was in opposition, they were saying everything raw. Lai Mohammed was saying everything raw. And nobody harassed or threatened him. Now, since they say we should not talk or say it as it is, can't you see what is going on? Government officials are now, they are now doing it with impunity and arrogance because they know nothing will happen as long as they are in power. They will be covered. No time to show more. So when you see all this, you know that it started from somewhere. If they know that they are under a disciplined government, my dear, there are things they cannot try. Like I've already told you here, will a snake be shot? The first thing you identify a snake with, it is always very long. Long. That is the nature of a snake. So when you people are expecting oh my God, you want a scent in this earth, it's not possible because you have not been a saint since you were born. And is it not that you want to become a saint? You can see it. Yes, even with what is going on, do you know how people are fighting, struggling that 2027 some people will go back to office, they will remain in office. One of them is even threatening me here that I will be there talking that somebody will be in office for 2035. You are laughing. That's it. Supporting what you know that will not benefit you and your family and your children just because you want to talk. They don't even know the implication of some of these things, Esther. Imagine if we have disciplined people in government, Esther. Will our money be wasted like this? I have told you here, if you see how much these people are kept outside here, buying property, developing other nations with our own money, you will weep like this, you will weep. They will take this money, go and develop other nations because they are afraid somebody may discover the money one day and government will take it. And for that reason, they now steal and take it out. See, were you not here when Interpol said that every second, every minute in Nigeria, thousands of dollars are leaving this country? We discuss it here. Interpol, I was thinking they would challenge them. Nobody said anything.
Article when he said that the hunger in the country is worsening and that it could lead to an unrest.
I'm praying for that too.
No,
I'm praying. No, I'm praying.
we don't want unrest.
Really? Okay. How do you solve a problem?
But we want the governors, the local government chairman, the presidency to wake up from their slumber if they are not seeing the reality on ground.
I have told you when you said that these people I said they are not complaining enough. When you see somebody that is serious, the look on his or her face will tell you that look, water don't pass Gary.
Very sad. So the presidency reacted to what Atiku said. You know, the whole Nepal situation is what supposedly is a very sensitive matter right now. And some states are still going through the experience of what happened during NSAS in 2020. Because normally when this kind of things happen, private properties and public infrastructure built with taxpayers' money usually bear the brunt of some of these protests, because at some point it gets out of hand. You may think you have it in control, but it gets out of hand and the states will have to rebuild. Persons who are just innocently doing their businesses and not part of the political quagmire will also bear the brunt of such things. So the Special Assistant to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga, in a statement in response to what Atiku said, dismissed his claims that it is grossly misleading and out of touch with the positive developments currently unfolding in the country. Nanuga criticized Atiku for drawing comparisons between Nigeria's current situation and historical revolutions, which includes the French Revolution of 1789 and the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution in Russia. So he says their latest statement describes and demonstrates a disconnect from the authentic Nigerian reality. He actually cited a recent data from the NBS, which I read out to you, that for the fifth time there is a consecutive decline in inflation rates, which I told you that what is on document is a major disparity with the reality on ground. And a Kano lawmaker is telling us how much the local government chairmen are collecting, and it's not reflecting on the people that they're meant to be, giving those monies to through food, infrastructure, public facilities and utilities. So why is Ananuga debunking what Atiku said?
When you lie, when people tell lie, it will not be long before that lie will be exposed. That is just the irony of the whole thing. You will tell me that things are looking up, things are working and all that. Then the following day, somebody will come and debunk. Somebody from your government will come and tell the true picture. This rebasing thing, Nigeria don't even understand what it means, Esther. You know when they show up the naira through supply of dollar in the market, they will tell you that the naira is stabilizing. Meanwhile, they are the ones shoring up the naira. They are the ones. Like, is it not last month? About $15 million were put in that market to stabilize the naira because it was on a free fall. So when you see that, please, is that growth? Is that growth? When people are lying, they don't even know that they have told this lie yesterday. They won't remember. Like this idea that food prices are crashing, Esther. Please, are we not in farming season and harvest season? Like new yam have come out now. Are you using it to go and make comparison? Please tell me. Because most of these farm products, they are perishable goods. The farmer wouldn't want it to remain in their hands for too long, for fear of losing all of them. So they give it out. Is that what you call price reduction? Is this sustainable? Is this sustainable? Have rice come back to where you met it before you took over in 2015? Has it come back? Every time when small thing happen like this, they will go to town celebrating it. But they will not remind themselves that, look, before we came into office, this thing was here. Why can't we take it to that place before you can think of improving on it? At least let this rice come back to 8,000. Then I will be here to celebrate APC, because that was where they met us. That's the truth. So when people go to my, it has come down to 35,000. It has come down to 50,000. I say, look at. They even forgot where they are coming from. If you want to correct what you have spoiled or what you have destroyed, Esther, why should I celebrate you? You set your house on fire, and when the thing is burning, after burning, you now went about to renovating or even breaking the house and start building it. And then when I say, the project is going on, yes, it's improving.
Well,
and you want me to clap for you that you are repairing a house you set ablaze?
Well,
what is the bit of that?
The president has cut short his trip. He's to return to Nigeria anytime from now. I think he has heard you calling him that he should return home because anytime he travels, something is always happening and his attention is greatly needed. So,
who told you he cut short because of what? Did he cut short his job because of you? So, has he attended the hunger? The UN General Assembly, has he attended it?
He's coming back now.
But
he will still attend that one.
Okay, he will still attend it. Okay, then you can see now. So if you cut short your trip, on what basis are you cutting it short?
He's coming home to meet us. He misses Nigeria.
Oh, he's missing you.
Missing us.
Really? What is there anything that happened here that has not happened before? Please leave that thing. Maybe there is a problem where he is. He has to come back home in a hurry.
Because boiled egg is now 250 naira for one.
Is that what you cannot afford, Esther? Okay, is that the fault of Tinubu now? Esther, on a more serious note, will you blame Tinubu for that? 250 naira, is that what you are crying about? So you want Tinubu to buy you egg or what? No, I don't understand you. What are you saying?
To address this issue.
250 naira only. Oh no, Esther, no, this is not fair now. This is not fair now.
Based on what we heard, that he has cut short his vacation. He's returning to Abuja tomorrow. All right, and that's tomorrow is on Tuesday after ending his vacation ahead of schedule. So he still had a couple of days to go, but he decided to return home before the stipulated time. This was announced by Bayo Onanuga. So you know that he left for France. He had a good time with the French president. And they discussed quite a lot of things. Others say it's a good way of diplomatically building ties, encouraging investment opportunities, and having to sell Nigeria on the global space. So, and you know, I'm sure you saw the private luncheon. We saw pictures of him having a private lunch with Emmanuel Macron, his counterpart at the LC Palace. These are part of the works that the president is doing to ensure that Nigeria is global on the global map.
Yeah, this is the first time he's doing that, Abi.
That's part of his,
No, this is the first time. How many times have you traveled to France?
You know, they do this thing in tranches, Barrister. So you have to understand. It's just like how they pay money in tranches. If you go once, you cannot just think that whatever agreement you had will be solidified.
The one they have attended, what benefit did you get from France?
He has gone to remind the France president that you need to, so if you see my face, you remember what we agreed on, and then you implement.
And he had to travel there for him to know. In this age of digital world, Abi, that you can do Zoom, do everything as if you're even with the person there. Okay, how many times has Emmanuel Macron come here? Are you aware that there's a vote of no confidence in that country today against the government? Are you aware?
Yeah, obviously.
You are looking for something in a bag of somebody that is looking for something. Will you get anything? Esther, you are looking for something from somebody who is equally looking for something that is missing from him. How will you get any help? Can't you just look at it from that angle? I don't know this visit in France, what it has benefited us. So please, let us leave that area. But I know that with the fullest of time, the truth will come out. I'm telling you, because we have not got one single benefit, nothing. Esther, nothing. Nothing. France that could not handle their colony, they now want to go to Anglophone colonies to go and do what? Don't you know that these things matter?
Barris, I'm sure you know about the fact, I think that was last week, there was a suit seeking to stop the former Senate President, David Mark, as well as ex-Minister of Interior, Weni Ralph Arabashola, from taking control of the African Democratic Congress. And the case was adjourned today due to the fact that there was improper service of court papers. Can you explain how that could derail court processes, since, being a legal practitioner yourself, the papers were not, properly serviced, so they had to adjourn it?
Things like that happen.
Okay.
Improper filing can, stall a case. In fact, after filing, improper service can equally play the same role. Good. But the last time I checked, this matter, the court that attended did not admit it to.
This is what they're saying now. The case came up today before Justice Emeka Nwite of the FCT High Court in Abuja. The reason why it suffered a major setback is because it was discovered that proof of personal service on key defendants were missing. So that was why they couldn't proceed with the case. And the judge noted that Mark Aregbesola and Ralph Nwosu and another defendant were not personally served with court processes. So the counsel to the plaintiff initially insisted that the defendants had been served, but later admitted that the documents were delivered through the ADC secretariat. So those ones said they did not receive anything. So there was no proper service of the documents, and it's been stored. But do you think that a case could go against, Aregbesola and David Mark as well as Ralph Nwosu?
I don't think so, because the leadership of that ADC were in the know when this other coalition came in. It was all the leadership under Ralph Nwosu. They surrendered their position willingly, not under coercion. And the most important fact for you to note here, Esther, when it comes to leadership of a political party, the court have no say.
Okay.
This decision has been, declared by the Supreme Court that the leadership of any party is their own matter, and no court is allowed to intervene in such matters. So it will be an exercise in futility. That is the truth. Whoever is going through that, they just want to attract attention, because a precedent has been set.
Okay.
There are judicial pronouncements on these matters. So I don't know why somebody wants to go and waste time and energy over nothing, including their counsels. I expected them to advise them properly, but most times some lawyers will advise their client, but they will not listen. They say just go, file it, just go. Want to tell them that yes, we are the owner of this party. Want to teach them a lesson. Most times they know that they won't get any good outcome, but they want to go and try and waste the time of the court. It's a fact. As long as I come to leadership of a political party, court have no say. Simple.
Barrister, one of patient Jonathan's domestic workers on trial since 2019 over missing jewelry dies because he was battling an illness while he was in custody. I recall that there was a time when we heard that the court needs to process the trial of this case, where they reached out to former First Lady Patience Jonathan to see how she could come into and resolve, the matter. Well, the deceased was identified as Sahabi Liman. He had been on bail for the past 3 years after his health deteriorated while in detention at the Okaka Correctional Center in Yanagwa, and the prison officer confirmed the development to correspondents. So his name, Shahabi Liman, he was on bail, passed away. It was a sickness he had been battling with before he was granted bail that killed him, and they narrated how the father's condition worsened before he finally succumbed to a hospital in Port Harcourt. And we've heard reports of cases like this where sometimes the trial is not accelerated due to the fact that these individuals do not know one high profile legal representative or one connection whatever in the polity to help them out. They literally rot away while their cases are not heard. So how do we rejuvenate and revamp the system to stop all this? We've heard a lot of cases like this where innocent persons are rotten. I'm sure you heard when I read out some names as well. I think that was last week Thursday, of certain individuals who have been detained and they've been on trial, awaiting trial for so long, for years. And is an endemic problem in this part of the world.
Esther, at this point, if I were Jonathan, I should intervene in this matter. Seriously, I don't know why he should keep quiet over this case. They stole some jewelry. They did this. They stole some money. God has blessed you beyond your widest imagination, and this thing happened. Please, why not let it go? Why not let it go? Know you fully well where you're coming from. Can Jonathan and the wife tell me that they didn't do anything that is unto us in Aso Rock? that the money that they have today, they earned it legally, sincerely. Is it possible? I mean, there are things that even Satan will frown at. What is the reason for keeping these poor people inside that place? Because they don't have a say. You want to teach them a lesson. They stole your jewelry. That jewelry, you can buy it 20 times over now. Even with your age and everything, do you need those jewelries? Do you need it? Do you need them? So there are things that doesn't add up seriously. Jonathan should intervene in this matter. Tell the wife to hands off that case. After all, it is only when you are interested in a matter that matter can continue to go. But there are other people now. There are other people, not the only person. There are other people. And the other people. Now that this one happened, are you waiting until all these other ones are finished? You are prosecuting a case, knowing fully well that even if you kill them 20 times over, you will not get anything out of them. So why not leave them, for God's sake? Leave them alone. Leave them alone. If their life is better, would they even be in Nigeria or be going through what they are going through? And if you check Mr. Esther here, those people may be innocent, but because they are very, they are the downtrodden and all that, they don't have a say, they don't have Abraham as their father.
Barrister, there's one very important question I want to ask you, but Esther Nwachukwu, my analyst today is Barrister Darlington Agumor. Barrister Darlington has been giving us his purview on some of the issues bedeviling us right now, and at some point in time he will need to give us a step-by-step recommendation on how some of these issues can be tackled, specifically the cesspool of corruption going on in every sector of the Nigerian parastatal. It's really terrible, really terrible, the kind of corruption that takes place there. Even the civil servants are highly involved in all of these machinations, and we're now asking questions. How do we help ourselves out of this? It's becoming embarrassing that even internationally our politicians know they fear, then they show themselves for that place. Barrister Darlington, now let's move on to Katsina. This is not the first time we're hearing Governor Rada tell us that they've been, having a conversation with the terrorists, saying how they can dialogue with them to lay down their arms so that they can have a possible way through which peace can be experienced. And right now, those of them who have actually laid down their arms, they intend to provide industrial tools for them as part of a social reintegration program. All right, and that the government also plans to provide 152 houses as well as business support for displaced households in Jibia local government area of the state. And the governor made a pledge today. Okay, now another thing is the fact that while they were hosting this high consultation meeting, which included security, governance and development in Katsina, they're also planning to also make more IDP homes for these displaced families. Barrister, they're still intending to build more homes for IDPs. They're not talking about evacuating the IDP centers. I mean, if you have supposedly had a conversation with these guys, they've dropped down their arms, they have embraced your negotiation or your peace deal, and you intend to incorporate them, give them businesses. How do we know that more armed groups will not come up like this since the government is giving them this incentive? It's not like that. It's not applicable to other areas where insecurity is thriving. They are shot on the spot. It's shoot at sight. They don't even prosecute you. Once there's even an allegation whatsoever you having any link with them, you're killed at sight. So my question to you, Barrister Darlington, is will this curb insecurity, this method that the government has actually told, will it curb it? That's one. Two, when there is no more money for them to continue to take care of these guys because you still have your community that you need to take care of, then what happens?
Esther, it will not stop insecurity, rather it will promote it. It will galvanize it. It will make it to become bolder. It will make it to fester. That is why they are coming in numbers. That is why they come with impunity and arrogance. And from other countries, so not even from Nigeria. Whenever they hear this type of, they say, yes, this place has become a fertile ground for terrorists. Now, let me ask you, Esther. Is it possible that the federal government of Nigeria cannot exterminate terrorists from Nigeria? No, tell me. Or is there anything that Nigerians are not aware of that is going on? Because most time when we talk, the people in authority will not even look at the message. They will go after the messenger. Look, this thing that you are hiding, it will, in fact, it will show up by force somewhere. You say this thing that the federal government is pampering, trying to cover, pretending as if they are doing something, whereas they are not doing anything. It will spare doom for Nigeria if care is not taken. Why can't the federal government remove religious, ethnic, and tribal sentiment and face these people squarely? Face them squarely. We have had the military men who come here, who come on air, who have said things that, look, it is the government that is stopping them. If not, this.
Darlington, do you know that the people
they have
of
said it severally.
The people of Isonlu Isi local government area of Kwara State, they're expressing fear for their lives.
They have left town. They have run into the bushes.
It's so bad. They said that their vigilantes were killed by these terrorists, and they also destroyed their motorcycle. They said what began actually as just isolated kidnappings along major roads has in recent months spiraled into a wave of abductions, killings, and displacement. I think 2 or 3 days ago, I saw on X, Kwara is bleeding.
Yeah.
So people may think that this is a joke,
Abi?
possibly because your state seems isolated from the incident, but it's getting closer.
Abi?
Why? What is the fear in astutely addressing this, directly addressing it, giving an order to say, I don't want to hear about these individuals. I am giving you 2 months to rout out these guys.
I am telling you, and that's what I've been expecting the president to do. Give them marching order. Esther, give them marching order. That's why you are the commander-in-chief. So if you are not doing that and giving them ultimatum, that means you like what is going on. That's the truth. You like it. Because I don't see why these people should be ravaging the whole place. From Kwara now, do you know that from Kwara to Ekiti is not even a 1 hour drive? Are you aware? From Kwara to Ekiti, you just stroll inside Ekiti. And from there, of course, you have entered the southwest. You are waiting until that happens, Abi. Then you now come and say,
I want us to listen to this concerning insecurity in the country, because they're saying that it's gone beyond the DSS and the army.
It have not.
Okay.
At the defense headquarters, I said the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us, because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them.
When you say we, who?
I was in the military intelligence, and the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem, because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that government has refused to try them? You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Shocking, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to me. They know them. Yeah, you know,
all right. So this was during the era of late Muhammadu Buhari. I needed us to understand that this is something that has been consistently going on from way back, and based on his revelation, for someone that was working in the Secret Intelligence Unit, they know those in government. So my question is, why is that determined effort? Do you want to tell me that the presidency is not aware of who the sponsors are?
Are you telling me he gets security report every day?
So my question is, what is the fear? I need to understand. Is there a fear? I don't get it. Or are these people the ones that determine how the political strategy or hemisphere works in this country, that you need to pander to them?
Exactly. Because if they are not playing any role, with the government in power, I don't think they will give them this privilege, this leeway to operate.
It's like there's a deliberate act of being nonchalant towards it, allowing these guys to continue. Then when it gets too much, you now tell them, calm down, but you can continue what is the agreement?
Yes, and then at that point they will now issue statement. The people that did this thing, they will not go free. We will arrest them, we'll prosecute them, we'll deal with them. I have given the military the marching order to arrest all of them. And that's the end. 2 or 3 days after, another one will happen. A week after, another one will happen. Just like that. So the insincerity is what gets me angry. You know that what you are saying, you don't mean it. So why are you saying it? To deceive who? Because most journalists say the president said, the minister said. What they said, is it what you are seeing, or is it what is happening? You are saying another thing is happening. I can't imagine one terrorist operating on American soil just for 24 hours, and American security agencies will go home to bed to go and sleep. It can never happen. The president of America will not even go home. He will be on top of the gate until that terrorist is brought down. You can't operate in America 24 hours, never.
Well,
but here they are in bed with the government and the security agencies.
While all this is going on,
to talk to them.
The coalition is saying that they are determined to ensure that APC does not come back in 2027. They're telling us that this is the best time for Nigerians to do all that they can to ensure that the administration of the day does not return in 2027. And one of such persons is Mr. C0LL0PS, saying that the coalition formed with the ADC cannot unseat President Bola Tinubu. Let's listen briefly to him. Can you hear? Okay, what's going on? Okay, let me put it here.
What comes to my hand, and everything is not money. When you reduce the conversation in the country to only money, it's part of the reason why you're not getting good leaders. The nation must recognize that governance and development are serious issues, and we shouldn't kid about it. But if you think, if the APC, President Bola Tinubu, thinks that the 2027 election is in the park, I'll remind him on May 28th or May 30, because it's not in the bag yet. I see how he can win, but believe me, I also say he's going to lose if he's not very careful.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.
All right, now, Barrister Darlington, that was C0LL0PS in a very brief interview with, I think, Channels Television with Maokwe, where he said that with what they can actually see, it's not like the coalition does not really have an edge, but that this administration will definitely have a comeback. Nobody has defeated Bola Tinubu when it comes to politics because of his political sagacity and his street smartness. Others have said his street madness. Is it about thuggery? Is it about intimidation? Is it about inducement and all? But the administration believes that they don't have to go through that route because they're doing well, and that there are evidences of the administration to help make sure that Nigerians vote him into power for continuity. What's your take on that before we open the phone lines?
It is very wrong for C0LL0PS to be doing what he's doing.
I don't understand.
Yes, very, very wrong, because he is validating the misgovernance of APC. He's validating it by telling us you don't see anybody who can defeat APC. Is that what we are talking about here? Is it about winning an election, Esther, or about governance? That is why I disagree with him. It's not about winning. Yeah, if you win, does it show that you are doing well? It's like somebody who used Expo to get 9 A's in WAEC. Does that make you an intelligent student, Esther? These are issues now. So whenever somebody come and say nobody will defeat APC, I say with this thing that is happening under your watch, you are still, boasting that they should continue. It sounds so funny, seriously, how Nigerians talk and behave. With what is going on, if we have not enjoyed at least something that resembles good governance under PDP, we say, maybe, if PDP was like this and maybe APC now come in, we say, okay. But since APC came 10 years down the line, all the things we enjoyed under PDP, they remove it from us completely. So why should I now sit down here and praise them? On what ground?
Well,
so anybody praising them should give us facts.
While you're sitting here talking, there is obviously conversation going on as to who will replace Mahmoud Yakub. There talks about the regional zoning of where the next INEC chairman will come from. Bashir Ahmed is saying that since the Independent National Electoral Commission was commissioned, 10 persons from the south have emerged and only 2 from the north, meaning that another northerner should emerge for, should be appointed as the INEC chair, this time around, so that it will balance what is being said. Meanwhile, Nigerians are saying that must an INEC chair be appointed by the presidency? Why is an alternative system not created whereby it would not have any form of inducement or influence from the executive whatsoever? It's another conversation anyway. But let's take your insights. Let's take your recommendations on the program this evening. You're currently listening to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. That's the WhatsApp number. Okay. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Wonderful people, as we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.